What's up everybody and welcome back to my modded Minecraft series. We're here on the Twitch app currently because I had a couple of people ask me how to install their own mods. And with the Twitch app it's actually super easy. Once you start it up, you hit the mods folder, go into Minecraft, and you'll see all of the instances that you currently have downloaded. And I have two of the Direwolf pack here because this one is for Mongoose Labs, which is typically a version behind or two in this case right now, because it's hard to update a server and updating can sometimes corrupt stuff, so we wait for release versions. And currently the version that we're on is what is that, 1.1.112 or whatever, so it's 1.10. But the newer one is now a release. And this one has become a beta for some reason. I don't know, because it was a release. Anyways, we got to update the server pretty soon. So this one I renamed Single Player Direwolf. So if you just click on that one where you can see all the mods that are currently in here. This little button over here in the top right with the three little ellipses here. Click that, go to Open Folder. And then I'll open a folder here. Double click the mods folder here. And this is where all of your mods are actually stored. So this is where you'll add Vein Miner if you choose to add that. Torchmaster is another one that I added. Tinker's Leveling, Tool Leveling is one that I added as well as Snad, which we'll get into this episode as well. But I just picked up this one called Notes. So I'll move to my Downloads folder and copy this one and then paste it in here. And now Notes is inside of here, and this will refresh. You saw that in the background. And if you scroll down, you should see Notes is now installed on here. And Notes is... I wanted something in-game where I can actually take notes of what I want to do with the series. And as far as I'm aware, there's no way to really do that except for like in-game books and everything like that. But I like the idea of just having something here where I can quickly add notes, like End Portal. Need 5 more Eyes of Ender for Portal, and, you know, little things like that. Not necessarily that note in particular, but just notes in general. So, after that, just hit play, and we'll log in. Alright, and now we're loaded up and ready to go. A couple minutes later, we hit the letter N on our keyboard, and look at that, our Notes plugin is here. So we can create a new note, and call it... remember to congratulate yourself. Oh. Yourself. We'll just put a little thing there. You did a good job today. And save. There we go. And we'll pin that one. That way I remember how to spell yourself. And that I need room to do it. You did a good job today. Good job, everybody. So, looks like we could just edit that too. I'll just call that remember, and then just that. And now if we pin it... Oh, did I unpin it? I think I unpinned it. You did a good job today. Look at that. It just hangs out right over here. Not bad. So this is a good plugin. I'm gonna fill that up with ideas. I thought about just getting an actual physical paper and pen, but you know, why do that when I can make a note on here? That way, if you guys give me any ideas in the comments, I can put them down on there. So, 2 things I want to do this episode. I want to go get some slime boots so we can travel faster, which I found a couple of slime islands. There's one over here. There's one, or actually there's 2 over here, and I also went exploring a little bit between episodes. Needed more sand, so I went to go look for a desert. Found one, well, it's actually a pretty big one. Found some palm trees over there. We got a village, wasteland. We got a cherry blossom grove over here. I'm gonna pick up some cherry blossoms. We got a purple island, which is actually pretty important, the other colored islands. Another village, a couple more slime islands, and a bunch of meteors. This is from Applied Energistics, which is not something I'm probably going to get into. At least not right now. I don't plan on getting into it right now. Maybe down the road, if we find a reason to use that over refined storage, we will. But we will be doing refined storage. That's my first main goal, is refined storage. There's another purple one. A bunch of snow, made a boat, got lost in the ocean. Really big ocean next to us. Not too happy about that. Don't like being near that big of an ocean, you know? But yeah, we're gonna go to one of these slime islands and pull our way up because we need slime. Slime's very important. Slime boots is a very easy early game travel, and it protects you from fall damage, which is great. And you bounce all over the place. So, real quick update on our materials. We have all these metals smelted out. We got a bunch of Invar, which is great. And we will be using those fairly soon to make our first storage system. Went and did a little bit more mining as well because I really wanted more gold. Because of, what did we need that needed gold last episode? Oh man, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go look. See, if I had my note system last episode, I would have been fine, but I didn't. Where do I keep my dirt? Here we go. Oh, another thing. I want to make a dank knoll. Sorry, it's no longer a dev knoll. It's a dank knoll. So a dank knoll is this little tiny box here. And it looks like a metal box, and there's different colors and stuff like that. Different colors indicate the progression of space that's available in them. So basically, think of it as a mobile chest that picks up items automatically for you. So we're gonna make one because I want to set it to make, or to pick up cobblestone and dirt and all this other stuff. So instead of carrying around all this dirt, we just get a dank knoll, and it'll carry all of it for us. So, what do we need for that? We need a lot of coal and a lot of redstone. This one's a lot of lapis and a lot of redstone. I think we're actually better off just starting right off on the iron one, because we got a good amount of iron. We don't necessarily have a lot of coal, though. And that's the thing that's gonna stink, because each one of these requires 4 blocks. And we need 5 of it. So we need 20 blocks, and 20 times 9 is 180 pieces of coal. Actually, we might be able to do that. So let's real quick. So we got 14. Oh, where'd all the coal go on that one? I think I have a ton downstairs in the mine. There we go, 20. Okay, 20. We'll get some iron here. And then we need white stained glass panes, that's right. So this is why I typically try to... Oh no, I smelted a bunch of glass, that's right. This is why I typically go with get a refined storage system set up almost immediately, because it just helps with organization. So now we need bone meal, and this is my mob chest here. I believe bone meal will work just fine. And we'll make 2 of it, because I think I need at least 2. Alright, so we need 5 of these. So if we put... Oh, look at that! 5! That's all we can make. Perfect. Okay, so now we take 5 of those and we make a little plus item out of it. And we get our very first dank knoll. Mark 3, mind you, because we're the 3rd one in. So if I shift right click while holding this, if I just right click with it, nothing happens right now. But if I shift and then right click, it opens up this other inventory. So I can tell it to watch dirt, and I don't think I have much cobblestone up here. But we can make some. I smelted a bunch of stone. Huh. I guess, oh no, I got a bunch of cobblestone in that chest over there because of the Meeseeks. Put this iron away too. This will help us out get the slime that we're gonna get it later on. So, the iron one, I believe, can hold 1,000 of each block. So you can see that dirt has like a little red selection on it, right? And now if you look into our hand in the bottom right there of the screen, we have a little dirt block floating around in there. So if we shift and scroll with our mouse wheel, we select the next one down the line. So I scrolled down one and I went to cobblestone. So now there's a little cobblestone one there. If I go down again, it resets and it goes all the way back to the beginning because that's the last one in there. So instead of carrying around... Oh, right, they got rid of inventory tweaks. Inventory tweaks got replaced by something else tweaks, and I'm so used to inventory tweaks commands. So if we throw all of this stuff down, and now we walk over it, you'll notice that there was no popping sound that Minecraft usually has when you pick up items. That little pop sound. It's because all of that stuff is no longer in our inventory, but rather in our dank null. And so it can hold this many items up to like 1,000 something pieces, I believe. I'm not sure of the exact number off of the top of my head because it doesn't follow by the typical ordering. I think it's like 1,060 for iron. But so we have 256 pieces of dirt and 320 of cobblestone. This is awesome to make. So do not ignore iron or cobblestone or coal. Those are the two. When you're out mining, because getting one of these early on is a lifesaver. So we are going to go. Let's go. That one has 3 trees on it. That one's out in the middle of the ocean. I don't want to go to that one. So let's go to this one over here. I guess technically this one's closer. Yeah, whatever. Let's go to this one over here. If I hover my mouse over it and then I hit, there's a hotkey down over here. I think it's just B? Yeah, over there. Slime. So that made a waypoint where our mouse was at. You can see all the hotkeys down here in the bottom right. So now we are going to go to the slime one over here. So I will be right back when I get over there. Okay, so here we are at the bottom of the slime island. These get spawned in by Tinker's Construct, which is great because, actually, real quick, let's see. Let's work on our iron shovel this time instead. Plus, it'll be faster. All right, so I've selected dirt in my inventory here, and I guess that, I don't know. Weird. That block got all messed up. So if I right click now, I can place whatever item is selected. And since it's dirt, we're going to make a dirt pillar. And I was looking at my tools because I'm going to be tearing this back down. And that'll give us experience on our shovel. Okay, and now that we're at the top, this liquid right here will actually spawn slimes. And there's these little congealed blocks here that are really bouncy. If you jump on them. Very bouncy. So we're going to take all of those. We're basically going to harvest this little island for all of its goodies. Because in the latest Tinker's update, I don't know if it's actually the latest or not. It's just something that I've noticed that if you look up slime, you can use the different colored slime for boosts. Right here. So green is speed, blue is jump boost, purple is luck, and orange is fire resistance, which we'll find orange in the nether. I'm not sure what luck will pertain to, if it's like for mining or something along that. I'm sure I can look up that information in the Tinker's book. Actually, I could probably... Oh, right! So, that just reminded me. In the latest version of this, we now have Morph. So things that we kill, we can transform into. Which, you know, I'm not big on Morph that much anymore. Morph is pretty cool, because you can get early game flying if you get the bat. But I believe it was locked to... you have to get into the nether first. I think you have to enter the nether before you can fly with it. And it was really easy. And the morph just means that you can morph into animals or things that you've killed. But now I got to rebind that because that is my vein mining button. So if we go here and hit key, because we want to look up by key, and hit... Oh, okay. Well, I probably have to do... No, they call it grave, don't they? Yeah. Alright. Come on now, Morph. So now we got to do it the hard way. And look it up. This is probably the biggest issue with mods. Is keybinds. So you'll be in here quite a bit, and thankfully there is a mod now that gives you a search bar where you can look through all this stuff, but inventory sorter, that's the new one. That's right. Instead of inventory tweaks. Cork, RF tools, 1 Pro, vein miner. Yeah, I don't know why they call it grave. I think it's because it thinks I'm putting in this key instead of tilde, but you know, it's just usually when you talk about that key, you talk about the tilde, not the grave. GEI. Okay, so it's not in there. Let's check mod options and morph. Config. Morph. Keybinds. There we go. Yeah, so selector, favorite, radio menu, grave. And, so let's do, like, alt grave? Why not? That way we get our 1 back. So now it's alt, the tiny little alt here, and then grave. I don't know why they wouldn't put the alt in this box, too, but sure. And, selector, remove morph. Okay, so what is it? Enter? Okay, yeah, it's the brackets where you can just kind of go through them. Okay, I can't vein mine that stuff anyways. Good to know. So, we're not only here for these slime blocks, we're also here for the trees. Because the trees will let us get more slime down the road. Which means we need to pick up some of this dirt as well. Because the slime trees only grow on slimy grass. Let's do a quick little light up session here. Because if you look at the trees are actually made out of congealed slime blocks. And I believe the shovel is the best way to take them down. So we want to try to get some saplings here, and you can see that we actually got a slime ball out of there. Apparently bad luck and luck is on the purple, which is odd. Where am I picking up all these other saplings? Whatever. Let's go over here. Okay. And we'll get just a couple more pieces of grass. Well, it becomes dirt, but even still. So we got a good amount of slimy dirt, We got half a stack of blue, just over half a stack of green, some saplings, and a purple one. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. So, let's, oh yeah, look at that. It turned the regular dirt into slimy grass, which is bouncy. Look at that. So I'm gonna dig this down. And typically when you do these, you would, you'd put water next to it and you just jump down. But for the sake of my shovel and its experience, I wanted to mine it down just a bit. Because although I don't really need a lot of modifiers on my shovel, in fact, I might even have a bunch of extra, because all I've done is put diamond on it. Yeah, I got 2 modifiers. Okay, that's fine. Let's pop on down. Whee! We should live? Yeah! No, we might not live through this, though. Oh, that sounds like a basalt. And a creeper. And a creeper. And a mini zombie. Woo! Not good. Oh! Yep, I knew I was gonna get sniped. I knew I was gonna get sniped. We could have slashed home, but I can't use that as a cop-out every time. That is, I think that's too cheap to do that every single time. So, you know, we gotta deal with these deaths, these sacrifices, and I don't believe I'm gonna need a sword out there, but just for my own sake, let's just make a regular old iron sword that I already had. But now I have a new one. Okay. You know what? I'll keep the brand new one. We can use that for crafting materials down the road. But whatever. I'll be back after I get my body back. There she is. My pedestal of failure. So another good thing about dying in a modded gameplay, puts all your stuff into a little grave for you. Okay. Very cool. We got all of our stuff back, and we can get rid of this death point here. By the way, to open up journey map, you hit J. I forgot that I got to tell you guys the hotkeys too. Otherwise, you're going to be lost as well. You hit J to open up journey map, and then you go down here to waypoints, and you can remove your death point there. So it's no longer on there. In fact, we can remove the slime one as well, because we don't need that anymore. Oh, right. I should probably explain some of my waypoints here. I got one called Weird Stone. Found a little I believe that's what I marked on there, was a astral sorcery like temple sort of thing underground in my mine. And get away from the bees, because the bees will hurt you. And all it has is a stone inside there. And the last time we found one of those on the server, we were able to break it over and over and over and get a different... It would like randomly generate a different block. And we did that for a long time, actually. We had like 3 of us all mining it with pretty fast picks. And we just kept getting new ores. So I didn't want to mess with it until I was filming. So I just labeled it Weird Stone. So we'll see that at some point. I don't think I'm going to do it this episode, but we'll see it at some point, I'm sure. Okay, so we are going to make 2 things. Slime boots and a slime sling. So let's just make some blue ones. Because why not? And I believe the recipe is like that. Yep. So if we click on that, you'll see. Same thing for all colors. You can even make blood ones, I believe. So if you had blood, you can do that as well. Looks like you can even make it with the buckets of slime too. That's cool. Didn't know that. All right, so we made some slime boots, and we're gonna make a slime sling, which we need 2 pieces of string, which we didn't get any because I didn't kill that spider. So we're going to make one of those here. And these two things combined, which you'll always need to wear the slime boots. You don't need to use the slime boots, or you don't need to put on the slime boots to use the slime sling, but if you click and hold, it works kind of like a bow. It'll do nothing until you point it at a block, so you can have one selected. So see how that one's selected, but this one isn't? That won't do anything. But if I have that one selected, you'll slingshot in the opposite direction. So if I slingshot straight down, I go straight up. And the boots prevent me from taking fall damage, and I just bounce until I inevitably get low enough to where I don't bounce anymore. So if I do that again, and I bounce, say you want to cancel your bounce, all you have to do is just hold shift, and if you hold shift, it stops your bounce, but sometimes you'll take fall damage, so be wary of that. But it's a great way to travel. I hit shift again there for some odd reason. That's actually kind of a bad habit of mine, is that I hit shift a lot when I'm doing it because I want to cancel it out so I can bounce again. So this is how you do that. Oh, I wanted to hold control, because if you hold water is a bad thing to land into. But if you hold control to start your sprint, you can actually get going pretty fast as long as you don't hit anything, because now that you bounce, you can see this sort of movement that I'm doing here. All I'm holding is shift and control. Control to keep my sprint going, and space to did I say shift? I meant control and space. Space is just being held to keep bouncing, but control is the hotkey for sprint. So if you can ever get like a single bounce like this, or bounce off of 2 blocks, you can actually get going pretty quick just by moving around like that. And then if you want to travel far distances, you can just slime sling there. The only catch is that you have to then turn around the opposite way that you want to go. Sometimes you'll land in places that you don't need to. But it's really good for early game fast traveling, and you take no fall damage. Look at that. And now we're on top of our house. So guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with this slime. I want to look into the power-ups, and this house is gonna be changed, by the way. Do not get used to this house. This will not be our main house. This is just going to be the home of just some organization. It just happens to be the most efficient design, which is, it sounds like I'm playing into Direwolf's ego a bit, but the 9x9 is actually super efficient. Just for space, it's small enough to where you can kind of fit some stuff in. You can add another room, another 9x9 next to it, and fit in a good amount of stuff. I believe it's this block here. Let's hit our light levels here. I believe if you put a torch on that block, it lights up the room perfectly with only 4 torches. So you can see the light levels there. And to get these light levels, by the way, it's just F4. And basically anything that's yellow will spawn stuff during night, but not during the day. Anything that is red will spawn stuff at any point. So if we go down and dig like a little hole here to where the numbers turn red like that, mobs can spawn here at any point. But all this stuff, they won't spawn during the day. So if we put a torch here, we'll see the light levels go up. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Leave a comment down below of what you would like to see me work on. If you're familiar with mods, or if you have any questions about mods, I have been going into my comments and answering questions as much as I possibly can. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.